Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting. I apologize for pulling a mini John today. I was folding laundry and thought I had time, and then I looked up and I didn't. So there you go. Um, Hopefully the sound is coming through for you guys okay. Let me know. It was doing something weird when it first came on for me. It seems to be working now, but if anybody's having sound issues, let me know. We had Unruly in here tailgating. What is going on? And Manny, the comic collector. Got that John Comics with Kids guy. I don't know him, but he's he's here all the time. Comic Man Andy, what's up? What's good? Sam I am. What is going on? The cat is saying hello. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Jay Hood, what is happening? Big Polish guy, what is going on? Deep House, welcome. Meow. Want attention all of a sudden. Okay. Mojo, what is going on? Sir Cam. Arage? I don't know. I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm not gonna do it. Not John. Working perpetually. 84 is definitely perpetually late. He's usually like once he comes on though, he also has like 30 minutes before he gets into what he's actually doing. So why can't I not pronounce that? I feel like I've pronounced it before, but I can't. I don't know. my mouth is not want to do it today. So, all right, what are we doing here today? We're doing Cash or Trash. This is a show where I look back at the hot comics of this week and make my predictions sure to go wrong because sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. If you watch my look back shows. So I make predictions about what they're going to be doing in 6 months or longer. Sometimes I'd make longer. We got Dre joining us. What is going on? Bubba Lux, what's going on? MTY Ray, what's going on? Are you gonna set like right where in front of the camera? Turkey. So yeah, we make predictions based on what's going on with these books, what I think is gonna happen. So we'll get into that in just a second. We got, let's see what we got. No, stop. So how do I do this? I make kind of lump them into categories. Straight cash books I think are gonna keep going up in value. Worth It's books I think are going to stay about where they are, but maybe creep up a little bit that you're probably okay buying it at this price, at the current price. The I'll Be Backs, you probably could get a better deal if you're a little patient. It's going to stay in this neighborhood, but come back a little bit. Things that are going to drop significantly, they're definitely traps at their current prices. And then, of course, we got the Come On Man. It's like, what are we doing? And a Dumpster Fire, a book that I expect to maintain almost zero value of what it's got going currently. So those are my categories I like to lump the books into. Let's see if anybody else has hopped in here. Ruben, what is going on? Yes, the boss is sitting right here telling me what has to happen. So let's get into these books. What do you think? First up, we got Oblivion Song, the regular cover. Basically, we got news this week that Jake Gyllenhaal is now this has been optioned a long time ago, but now we got news that Jake Gyllenhaal is attached to the production, both to star and produce. But this is probably still going to be a while. It's currently going for $30 for raw copies. A 9.8 hit 300. Long term, probably like once we get a series, but between now and when the series actually comes out, I would call this an I'll Be Back. I think, you're going to have opportunities here. Oblivion overprinted. There you go. I do think that if you're going to go after one of these, so I think the regular is probably the I'll Be Back. If you're going to go after one of these, it's going to maintain. And given the current price difference, you go after this one, the pink one, right there, the little pink signature, which is the only variant of this number one. It's only going for 40 to 50 raw, and 9.8 sales were actually about the same, 250 to 300, so about in the same range as the regular. So I still think this is an I'll Be Back because, again, it's going to take a while before this happens. But to me, that's where I would, if I was going to go after one, I'd go after the rarer one. Yeah, we'll see. Be hot for in 6 months. The pink variant and the advanced edition. There you go. That would be those are the ones I'd go after. I still call both of these I'll Be Backs. I put them both on the list. John says pink is straight cash, homie. Maybe because John has a copy. I'm just gonna say that might be part of what's playing into John's recommendation there. Yeah, if you got the pink signature, I think you're doing good. If you're looking to buy at this point, if you got it and you got the pink signature, I think you're doing good. If you're gonna buy one, I would buy the pink one, but I would probably be patient and look for a deal. It's not even started production yet. You got a while. Next, let's move along to Ex Machina. Ex Machina. Okay, so this has nothing to do with the movie that came out a few years ago. This is the Brian K. Vaughan comic from 2004. An early Brian K. Vaughan hit the list because Oscar Isaac is now attached to the production. But they were listing off all the things Oscar Isaac is supposed to be doing over the next couple of years. And this is going to be another one that's going to be forever, probably before this happens. Currently, is John biased or is he wise? And really says, great series. We're a long way out from this. Raw copies are $15 right now. 9.8 is going for $300. This is another one that, like, at $15 for a raw copy, I would still just call this in. Take your time. I'll be back. There's no rush. It's not going for super crazy prices right now. So if you pay $15, you're probably not hurt that much. But I would probably be patient on this one as well. Just because it's going to be forever. I don't know. I guess it hit the news again or something, or there was confirmation. I'm not sure why this is trending now, but yeah, this is going to be a while. Well, now would be, if you're wanting to sell it, now might be a good time. Or whenever it comes out. Yeah, because it won't even be called this when it comes out. It's going to be called The Great Machine or something, is what Tom and I were saying, because the other movie. Yeah, Dollar Bill Potter right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they seem to attach him to everything. So there you go. Or he's attached to everything. Next, we got, let's see. Oh, I need to adjust this so I can move that down just a little bit so I can actually see the bottom and click on it. Next, we have Ghost Rider number 28. This is like the 9th time this book has been on the list. And it's been for different reasons every time. I swear. This is the first appearance of the Midnight Suns. SONS. This is hitting the list because there was a game announcement this week for a Midnight Suns game. SUNS, and it features like Iron Man and Captain Marvel and like in the little ad and Captain America and like this glowing fiery. There is a Ghost Rider here. But the game promo doesn't really match the team in this book. And it even says Suns, SUNS, like they're being powered by the sun, instead of Midnight Suns, SONES. So let's jump back. It went from, it was like a $30, $40 book. It fell back to 20 again. Now it's a $40 to $50 book. 9.8 is going for $500. So let's see. What's saying? Midnight Suns are coming. Short movie. I mean, at some point, they seem to be setting up for something. They're talking about Ghost Rider. They're talking about Blade. They're talking, But again, yeah, you've got time on this, and this game does not even appear to really be about this. I'm back. I've been very steady with everything I've said so far, but yeah, why would you? They had to put because they're selling the game. They had to put a roster in there. Iron Man. Otherwise, a lot of lesser characters don't know. Mm-hmm. This is an Agbar says on Total Trap. At 40 to 50, I debated on putting Trap. I'll be perfectly honest. My guess is it's a $20 book, unless something else happens. And again, it drops back to the 20, which is done almost 15, 20, which is done almost every time after it's hit one of these lists. But so in that case, it's probably a Trap. So maybe I should change it. I'll change it. We're going to say Trap. I won't even make that on my records. I'm going to say it. Trap. There you go. All right. Next up. Welcome. Glad you caught it. For sure. Well, right now it's going for 40 to 50. If you can find it, you just find it and flip it. And it's going to be a strategy game. Yeah. The game is not going to. No. Well, what they said was 40 to 50. So there you go. So it's already dropped back down. Yeah. So why are you paying? It was going for 15.20 before this little game announcement is what they said. And it's already back down to that. So next, apparently, is Something is Killing the Children, number 19, the Danny Leckert 1 in 25. Raw copies are going for 40. Kind of a fun, the 3 stages of Erica kind of thing. Or Erica's a little girl with, I assume that's the lady that like brought her into the House of Slaughter, and then Erica's an adult. I'm really saying $40 for 1 in 25. Typically means it's not hot enough to keep going. Like typically, if it doesn't get over double the week of, comes back on a 1 in 25. But Something Killing the Children breaks all the rules. It has this whole time for a year plus. It's broke all the rules of other 1 in 25s. I'll be honest. I don't know that they've really ever said. I've always assumed like low 20s, like 20 something. But I don't know that it's ever actually said unless it has in the current arc, which I've been reading via the trades. I just wait till a trade comes out to read. So it broke all the rules. At some point, though, this train is going to slow down or stop. It can't keep going forever, right? For every issue. But at this point, all the evidence for Something Killing Children says I should say this and walk away, and that's what I'm going to do. That's my prediction. Is in 6 months, it's like $100 book or more. I don't know. I feel like I like Something Killing the Children. I fail to understand why it goes to the prices it does. Yeah. It's not that pricey for one of these 1 in 25s. It's actually dirt cheap. So, yeah, that's not Erica in the middle. I know. At first, I thought that's what it was supposed to be, but then I looked at it a little closer, and it's not. It's the lady that like finds her. Yeah, but we don't know when that show is going to be. That could be years. So a couple of years before we get that. Maybe. I don't know. I just felt like all the teenagers talking to her and stuff felt like she wasn't that much older in the first series. This is the truth. For sure. Yeah, and the print run is much higher on these 1 in 25s than it was on some of those early ones. So I don't know. I'm still going to go with straight cash. If I'm wrong, it'll be the first time I was wrong by doing that and not underestimating it. So next, we got Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2, the David Baldeón 1 in 25, the little homage to Spectacular 101. This is cool. It's still only in that 40 to 50 range. Again, saying that probably not going to take off. Hey, Tim, what is going on? Oh, Andy is back to say he'll catch the replay. Appreciate it, Andy. This one, I'm also going to like this black and white cover. People love Spidey in the black suit. They love that original cover that it's homage to. 1 through 9 definitely straight cash. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm gonna buck the rule on this one just because of this black and white cover. My guess is it's gonna be hard to get in 9.8, even with people sending them in right away. I'm gonna say straight cash. My guess is this goes up a little higher. This sets triple ratio 75. 50 to 75 as opposed to 40 to 50 where it's setting now. I could be completely wrong on this, but I just feel like these usually do pretty well. So what's going on, Empire? Negative Space have been around for a lot longer than John Tyler Christopher. And in fact, they were talking about one of the books we're going to talk about later that you can see there, that Spidey book was not done by John Tyler Christopher. He did the variant of that book. They talked about it on this week's show years before he started doing his Negative Space. And this is this Negative Space Spidey right there that's in the background. So, that you can currently see on my background. So, Next, where we at? We were at Symbiote. We're moving on to Spawn, King of Spawn, number 1, second week in a row. This is on the list. This is the McFarlane 1 and 250 that is supposed to be limited to 1,697 that he signed. You have to send the copy back to get a replacement, and he'll destroy it, is what he's saying. Which makes it a pretty low print on a Spawn, but not the low. They were claiming it was the lowest print Spawn. It is not. But anyway, raw copies are now going $800 to $1,250. I still think it's, at this point, I'm going from straight cash, which is what I said last week at 700 plus. I'm going to say worth it. I think it steadies out here. I think it slows down a little bit, but maybe not. I don't know. It's got a McFarlane signature on it. It's got a numbering on it. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be a 1 in 250. There's that many copies. We're talking, though, specifically about the signed and numbered McFarlane variants here, Unruly. But yeah. I don't know. Spawn collectors are crazy. They're kind of like TMNT or Power Rangers collectors. My guess is every single one of them is going to be CGC. Yeah, because you can get replacements if it's damaged initially. So, maybe I should call it an I'll be back at this point at $800 to $1,250, but I'm going to stick with worth it. We'll see. I could definitely be wrong on that. He's had a few in blue and green. And go, well, those might, who knows? People might decide those are worth more. And the red ink is worthless. So there you go. All right, what we got next? We got Dark Hawk. Last of our covers this week. Dark Hawk, number 1. Mike Deodato, 1 in 50. Interestingly enough, this is going 75 to 100, so not quite double ratio. Yeah, this is I'll be back. I honestly, I feel like this is a trap. Maybe it's just because I feel I put I'll be back is what I wrote down. So, but it's Dark Hawk. I know some of you guys love Dark Hawk. Memes. It's not going for double ratio, which usually is not a great sign that it's going to really hold. That usually means it's going to follow back to ratio to slightly above. I guess it's a cool Dark Hawk cover. Yeah. Probably did better than you're going to do for this. I'm going to stick with I'll be back, but yeah, I don't quite understand this one. I don't like Dark Hawk, so there you go. So that's probably my own personal bias going in. So I'm going to go based on the rules. The rules say I'll be back. There you go. And so they're actual rules and not just the patterns that I've observed. So there you go. Next up, we got Spider-Man, number 1. First meeting of Peter Parker from 616 and Miles Morales. Suddenly, with that, like that Shuri and Riri book from last week, suddenly, which made sense because of the Black Panther announcement, suddenly we're going after first meetings. Since when are first meetings worth $50 to $60 for a raw book? Crotch guys, yeah. I'm getting a couple crotch shots. This is true. I don't see this. I don't understand. I guess people are anticipating at some point Marvel's going to introduce Miles. Maybe in the Spider-Verse thing is where we get Miles to come in. That seems like a lot for No Way Home, given everything else we saw in that trailer. I don't think this is happening anytime soon. To me, this is at 50 to 60. This is a trap, in my opinion. That just seems like way too much for just the meeting of two characters. A modern meeting of two characters just seems like, yeah, it does. Sam is right. This has been on the list before. I don't think there's any chance of that. I'm with Unruly. I have no interest in that. Yeah. Well, yeah, because that has a first. That has the first appearance. It has a 6. Yeah. So, to me, this is definitely a trap. There you go. All right, next we got, get over here, click on it. Werewolf by Night, number 1. The first appearance of Jake Lopez, who becomes the current Werewolf by Night, I guess. And I guess this is all based on the rumor that if it comes, that this is the version that Marvel's actually going to use, and not necessarily the original Werewolf by Night, that they're going to use this version. This book just came out. This raw copies are going for $50 right now. Again, we got, like, there's no confirmation on this. We don't know this for sure. My guess is we got this rumor. It's probably going to be yeah, what if it's not First Nocturnal Mission? I caveat all of these, J Hood, at the beginning. It's predictions sure to go wrong. Like, if I knew what I was talking about, I'd have a much better collection and be a lot richer. So there you go. This Werewolf by Night came out in 2020, last year. So yeah, this is the brand new one. And the reports are this is the version they're going with. But these are just rumors. I think you got time. I'll be back on this one for sure. Next, a book that I'll be back on. I think you missed your window, actually. This is Black Panther number 2, first appearance of Shuri. And 9.8 this week. We're back up over $1,000, hit $1,100. This book, after the initial surge about a year ago, when Chadwick first passed away, this book, along with all the other Shuri stuff, had been slowly creeping down. As kind of people got away from it, people stopped necessarily specking that people were still specking she was going to be Black Panther, but it just had calmed down. It had dropped back some. It had been creeping down. And now we're basically all but got confirmation. We got news from multiple sources this week that she is going to be Black Panther. None of it's confirmed Marvel-wise, but it's just multiple people are saying this is the case. And yeah, at this point, this book is particularly for the next 6 months, because 6 months from now puts us, we're in August, so September, October, November, December, January, end of February. This movie's coming next summer. We'll be talking trailer about that time. Yeah, this is free cast for the next 6 months to 2 years or longer. Yeah, a lot of speculation last week on Shuri and Black Panther 2 for sure, Gore. And welcome. I don't think I said hello yet. They call me Bruce. What's going on? That was very kind of you, J Hood. Telling me he needs to return the value, current value. So, well, they were saying, Tom and them were claiming the reports are that she's signed on for 20 appearances in shows and movies, which is just an insane. No, 12. It was the Riri that they were saying 20, but 12 appearances, which is a ton. So yeah, this is going to be straight cast for a long time, as will, if she actually is Black Panther, as will Black Panther number 5. This is, Raws are up to 160, 200 plus. 9.8 hit 550 again this week. This was down to $100, under $100 book Raw, under 275 for 9.8 prior to this most recent news, and now it has exploded again based on, they think that the rumors are she is going to be Black Panther. So this book has taken off, another straight cash book, at least for the foreseeable future. I don't think they're going to. Not anytime soon. I think they have said over and over again they will not replace him. I think they probably should. That way they could just tell the stories they want to tell. They've replaced other actors. I get that it's super sad that we'd all rather see Chadwick. But I think they should just tell the stories they want to tell and replace him. But I don't think they're going to. I could be wrong on that, but everything they seem to say says they won't. Sure, you're gonna get it on a storm now? Maybe. Like, don't put that past Marvel. Yeah, I would recast. I would, but I don't think they're going to. I think they would have done it if they were going to. Invincible Iron Man #7, first appearance of Riri. Again, this is all the Black Panther rumor stuff, that she's going to be in that before her show comes out. Won't be much before her show because this movie doesn't come out till July of next year, or not scheduled for till July of next year. So that just gives you an idea of when her show is going to be, probably fall. Yeah, I don't think we're getting that. Now, they might do that at some point. That's not, that is not out of the question that they might get us at some point, we might eventually get a alternate universe one. So that's a good call that they might go that way. This book, with the Riri news, Raws are up to 125, 9.8s are only hitting 350. Stuns me how much less this goes for than number 9, but people have decided 9 is the book. I would probably go after this one if I was going to go. Since I never did pull the trigger. I've only ever pulled the trigger on one Riri book, and that's because I found it for a bargain. And it is, but this is straight cast over the next year or so, yeah, because she's coming. This is happening. And the only Riri book I actually own is this one, which I found for cheap, which is Invincible Iron Man #1, first cover of Riri in the first Ironheart suit. I know that it later changes by the time her series comes on as the suit she's currently using. So this was weird. On the video, Tom and Nick was on there this week. Nick's like, oh, it's averaging $10, but that'll probably be higher than that by the time this comes out. 9.8 is $260. 9.8 prices were right. That $10 is crazy wrong. I don't know what he was talking about. Like, I went back and looked because I had looked this week just out of curiosity to see what this one jumped to because I owned it. And it's $30 to $50 right now, and there hasn't been a sale for less than 23 going all the way back to last Friday on eBay. Like, it's sitting solidly $30 to $50 for this right now. I don't know what the heck they were. Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about, saying it was 10. It made no sense. I was like, that's not right. And yeah, this is straight cash for the foreseeable future. Yes. First print was low print. Yeah. So no, I was glad I stumbled across this. I think I paid $15 for this a while back. I stumbled across it. Yeah. So, and it was, so yeah, I don't know where they were getting the thing. I'm sure they did. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I feel like it's been 30 for a long time. So, because I thought I stole it at 15. Like, yeah, they're claiming 20 appearances in the MCU for this character. If that's the case, this is absolutely straight cash. So there you go. Next up. Okay, we're into the Spider-Man trailer. So if you didn't watch the trailer, John, or didn't want any spoilers for the trailer, John, time to go. But I hope you do get those too. I'm blurry on your screen. Am I on one? I don't look blurry right now that my camera's out of focus. You talking about the whole thing, or are you talking about just me? Like your little box is calling it right here. So yeah. Yeah. I need glasses too. I'm blurry. Okay, people are saying not blurry. So maybe it's just your connection that's not processing it all the way. All right. ASM 544, the start of the One More Day storyline. Here's the thing. This storyline is about Mephisto, them making the deal with Mephisto to bring Aunt May back. The price is that their marriage never exists. The kid goes away. All of this stuff. That is not what's like the people that are specking that Doctor Strange is Mephisto in this trailer is crazy to me. It makes no sense. This is not where they're going. No, people hate this story. This is not what they're doing. We'll get to what they're probably doing here in a minute, which was part of this, but not this whole thing. Oh, somebody had to refresh their screen. Weird. Like, people are loving on Mephisto. They're looking for any excuse. They're paying. This was $1 to $5 book. They're paying 25 to 30 plus for raw copies of this now. 9.8 went for $500. I honestly want to put this. I think it's more of this. Sorry, but no. Stop trying to force Mephisto into everything. It's the freaking meme with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's like, and it's like, every time it's like, Mephisto! Something's red, Mephisto! Stop it! Just stop it! It's not Mephisto. He might come eventually, but it's not this. We already learned our lesson. No. It is a dumpster fire. That people are thinking that Strange is Mephisto. I don't know what the obsession is. But this book, at these prices, is at least a trap, for sure. It's going to be Agnes again. I think it's actually just Doctor Strange. If you watch the trailer, I think it's just Doctor Strange. So darn it, it's so spec. Yeah. So that brings us to the next book on the list. Also the same story. 645, which is when he actually dissolves the marriage. Mephisto, they actually make the deal. $35, 9.8 for $275. So I gave my rant already. There you go. This is silly and dumb. People hate this story. They're not doing it. They're not going to do this. What they are going to do is what it appears they are doing is what happens in this book. Then this is the book I was talking about earlier that was way before JTC doing negative space, for those that think he invented it. This story is the part where is a flashback to the part where Doctor Strange takes away everybody's memories of Peter's identity, which is a side part of the whole Mephisto thing, but it's Doctor Strange doing it as part of a spell. This is what they appear to be doing. There you go. Beautiful cover. Yes. Awesome cover. I don't think it's a hard prediction given that and I don't think they gave us this in the trailer, which I kind of wish they hadn't. I wasn't going to watch it, and then I just gave up because everybody was showing it everywhere, and I just gave up and watched it. But I honestly think they just did that on purpose. Like they weren't going to give it out was a scam from the beginning. But this book's going for $15 to all the way up to $75, which basically just means that when they started doing this, it was still just starting to jump, and then by the end, it's sitting around $75. This is ASN 641. Sorry, I did not say that. And basically, this has Doctor Strange casting the spell. It makes everybody forget. So this appears to be more closely. But here's the thing. This is a story moment. Do you remember how much the Iron Man putting on the gauntlet went for? Do you remember, all the, little story moments that books have jumped on? That have come crashing back down 6 months to now. 6 months from now, this is probably which is what I wrote down, because we won't be that far removed from the movie. It might actually still be this at that point because we won't be that far removed from the movie, depending on exactly the storyline. But 2 years from now, this is this, for sure. Because those story moments don't last. They don't hold value. They have not. None of these MCU story moments that didn't have value to begin with have held significant value of where they've jumped to. Hey, J Stacks, what's going on? Hey, Planet, coming in right at the end. Rip Eternals, yeah. So basically, it is a flashback to explain part of what happened during the One More Day storyline. So it happened at the same time, technically, even though it was 100 issues later. At least that's my understanding. I've never read this section of ASM, I'll be honest, but that's my understanding from looking at it. I get it. I would have liked it if they just had not done a trailer. I thought that was fun. Yeah. I do think the cover will keep it some values, but and it's hard to tell if it's on the if you're buying it in the $15-$30 range. It's definitely probably an I'll be back. Stop, you're okay. But people are paying up to $75 for this. That's too much to me. That's a trap. So I put I'll be back total, but yeah. So there you go. That's this week's books. Let's remove this. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I am going to try to do, even though I haven't set up the stream yet, I'm going to try to do a whatever report tonight. I'll be hanging out on Big Will's channel later after that for D&D. That's a solid guess, but I think it's not super great. It is an early, negative space, and maybe people will jump on that. Tuesday night, we are back again with Fables. We're going to be trying to wrap this up. We got volumes 20 and 21, which will leave us one to go. So I know we did Fables last week, but we're doing it again on the Indie Show. Thank you. I appreciate it. Want to thank you all for hanging out. We were at 68 a minute ago, which is awesome. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate you come and listen to me make predictions like I know what I'm talking about when I don't. I try. I do okay usually. Usually I get the direction right. Sometimes the degree less so, but and sometimes I'm just wrong. So that's the way it happens. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out. That's all I got planned for this week. We'll catch you later. Bye.